YouTube. Hello, I'm back. And today, I don't really know what I want to do. However, that means it's a good time to play Minecraft. And then I'm also trying to write more hand coded projects because I feel like I forgot to. I forget how to code without AI, and therefore I think it's a good idea to uh, code more, not using LLMs and no internet. So while I'm playing Minecraft and talking about my life, maybe I will also take breaks to code. Okay, lit. So I don't even really have an idea of what I want to code, but I do. Whoa. Alright, it's gonna be fun playing at this res. Okay, so um, yeah, I guess I don't know. I kind of feel like I'm. Maybe this is the monologue I do every time on YouTube these days, but I'm trying to figure out what I want to work on and where to be, like, where to become a master. Because most of what I used to do, which was like making things, um, making, oh, I haven't played Minecraft with this keyboard before. Software engineering or whatever. Yeah, so like software engineering is not really like a thing to become a master at anymore. Not that I wanted to be a software engineer, but I guess that's mostly what I was good at. Um, and a lot of the classes I took in school were machine learning, which also feels saturated in terms of research or working on foundation models. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I spent a lot of time working on bot detection, which is really cool with Tolbit. Um, but then again, I think the future of bot detection isn't probabilistic. It's um, derived with real identities. But then that's not really a research problem because it's just a matter of whose identities do you trust. And so I just wrote a blog post about like phone numbers and why that is a good route. Um, but anyways, yeah. So there's like not much to necessarily do there from like a foundational standpoint. That being said, I think something that I've enjoyed working on recently is like going like completely from bits to having a full understanding of like AWS and cloud infrastructure. Because I feel like I've always just built things like, oh, like Next.js is popular, I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna deploy it on Vercel, and then you kind of just become a user of things, and it's like so many abstractions above what I learned in school that like the two don't even come close to connecting in my mind. So my goal is to like really connect them and like feel like I have like a good understanding of how the internet like actually works. Because I was thinking about it, like that's like probably the main reason I enjoyed computer science was because like the number one thing that I was always curious about as a kid was like how does internet actually work? And then like I'd watch it on YouTube, videos that were talking about it, like Crash Course or whatever, and then it gives you like somewhat of an understanding to maybe explain it to somebody who has no idea what they're talking about. But in reality, like that's not like an actual understanding. It's not like you know each level of abstraction and how to what it means to actually build it, like all the way from a single computer to a network of computers and everything from there. So yeah, let's see. Let's make some progress on Minecraft and then let's try some coding, I think. And I feel like I'm a bot in Minecraft right now because I don't have the setup that I used to have when I was a Minecraft killer. Alright, sorry big guy. I'm like working on my web. Okay. So yeah, what else? Oh shit. I don't know. I'm a little worried, I guess. A little self-conscious. A little a little frustrated with having graduated college and like knowing what I know. And I feel like I know a lot, but in reality it's like oh shit. There's just there's just like so much there's so much more to be done. Okay, so let's mine some shit and then think about what I want to code. Because it's going to be really embarrassing. And I can't believe, like, maybe it's just people my age, but I also don't, I feel like it's impossible that I'm the only one who feels this way. Because I don't, I had like a special college career, sure, but like I was a perfect college student. So what does everyone else do? I guess they're also just trying to figure it out. But no one, it doesn't feel like people really talk about this. Um, um, Not that I'm in a bad position or complaining. I hope it doesn't sound like I'm complaining. Um, I guess my point here is that I should spend more time coding, if you know what I mean. And learning. I think that's probably my biggest thing that's new having graduated is basically realizing that like the successful people, the difference between successful people and not successful people is basically whoever learns the most after college, or puts themselves in a position to just like continue to learn. Because some people, I think, just stop learning and stop like doing things, and then and then I think you forget everything, one, and then you forget how to learn. You just expect other people to do it, and then like kind of tell you about it. And then you're kind of done, and you become an unk that just kind of talks instead of do. You know, when you're talking more than you're doing is probably a bad place to be, because you're relying on other people. You're relying on, brother. I need to make a gaming mode on my keyboard. It's cringe. You're just relying on other people. Like I think it's just very popular in like finance and all the industries, because they're not there to build things. They're there to make systems bigger than themselves work, like financial infrastructure, whatever it is, and be a part of the process and make some money and be good at it. Which is cool, but I think that's the reason why. So black bed. So yeah, that was one day in Minecraft, and then I should probably, as promised, do some coding. Or not. Okay. So this is gonna be rough. I don't even know if I want to put this on YouTube. Like, I think I have a good intuition for how software applications are built, but at this point, between extremely high level frameworks and using a lot of AI for, at this point, 2 years, like, I've forgotten what it means to program myself, which is not inherently a bad thing. I think my point, yeah, I keep explaining my point, I guess. Anyways, okay, what could be a fun project? I really want to make a web server from scratch. Like I can't read any docs, and I can't use any high level web server libraries, and I guess I just have to read the network interface by myself. I don't know how hard this is. I want to be able to like translate IP packets. Is that crazy? I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of dumb, but okay. So How do you even, how did, in the back in the day, like, how did you find things in the C standard library? Like, oh, this is rough. Okay, so we need to find whatever library lets you interface with the network card. See, like, it's just so tempting to look up network web server from scratch in C. Alright, let's just get like a little bit of sauce. Shit. Oh yeah, okay, socket. Okay, but what is the headers? Time. Uh, okay. Oh. Okay. I forget about sockets. This might be over. Okay, this is how they used to do it back in the day. Surely we can do it too. Create an endpoint for communication. Include syssocket socket. Socket creates an endpoint for communication and returns a descriptor. The domain parameter specifies a communications domain within which communication will take place. It selects the protocol families which we use. These families are defined in the include file. The currently understood formats are local, internet routing protocol, system domain. Okay, so here's IPv4, I think. IPv6. The socket has an indicated type. It specifies the semantics communication. Currently find sockstream datagram raw. Sockstream type provides sequence reliable two-way connection based byte streams. Out of band data transmission recognition disorder. Sockstream source datagram. Ooh, it's datagram. Connection is unreliable of a fixed, typically small maximum length. Okay, good. We got the Minecraft music. Good. Sakurai provides access to internal framework for other protocol outside of the normally only a single protocol exists to support within a given protocol family. Sockets of type are full duplex byte streams similar to pipes. Connected to connections to other sockets created. Errors. Oh, there's a whole lot. Dude, how do people do this back then? This is gonna get mean, but I'm sorry. Okie doke. Alright, back to Minecraft. So, okay, like I said, I struggle to program manually these days, but here's my conceptual understanding of how it works. So, web servers are event-based programs, meaning they're non-blocking, and so you basically need a while loop in the main thread and multiple worker threads accepting requests. So an HTTP request, HTTP request will come in on the socket. I don't have a great understanding of sockets, but basically, you need to read in the bytes, read in the request, and read it into some struct that you will pass to the worker, and those will be on the worker threads, right? And so the worker will process the data, do whatever, do I/O, and then you can write the response where the network level, it needs to chop it up into packets. Or first you have HTTP, right? And then you have TLS, and then TCP, and then IP. So you need to encapsulate, and TCP will break up into packets, and then you put the IP headers on, the IP bytes, and then you send that all out through the network card, which also I'm actually curious in understanding how that works more. But that is, I guess, my conceptual understanding, right? Like, you're just having a while loop and worker threads responding to requests so that you're not blocked. Although you may drop a request if it doesn't work and respond correctly with the correct HTTP code. How do I program that? Well, I think clearly the biggest deficiencies are understanding sockets and understanding the system calls for what data is actually coming through, like the pipe, or like what is data is streamed in. And like this doesn't really explain that. So what does this say? not a great blog post. I guess, yeah, my question is, like, what does it mean to read a connection? Like, genuinely. You're reading in bytes, obviously. But then, what is it coming? Is it streaming? Is it like? Eee, 1-for-1. You know, man, I think this is the stuff I need to figure out. In addition to working on cool things. But yeah, anyways, I think that was a pretty successful session. I wrote 3 lines of code that doesn't really do anything, and